back, ladies, gentlemen, and of course frothers and statmen, the hardcore frothers are going to be keeping a keen eye on this one. Pasco Vale have just done their part, got 3 points from Paran. That's a difficult 3 points to get, and well, tonight Fitzroy
the 2-time premiers up against the 3-time premiers, and they're going for 4 premierships, this great proud North Melbourne club. And can they emulate the feat of the 208 and 209 premiership sides of the great North Melbourne sides of Tanzil Beza, Andy Vlahos, Nectaralis Karalis? What a team that was, Neil!
Yes, indeed, Statman. Tony Masinde's been asking where he was pretty much every week for about 10 rounds now. There he is out there, Statman.
Good to see him back.
Who else is it good to see back?
The king, Fernando De Moraes has arrived back in town on this blue surface, and don't we love it, Neil?
Yeah, well, he deserves the red card treatment because he is the king. And, well, they've rolled it out for him, haven't they, Statman? The rear end of the Nike V-League season, and they've brought him in to just take it home.
Yeah, smart thinking by the managers there, Milton Sakos and Spiro Kargas. He's not shown, but correct, he ran overran the ball then. He also asked De Moraes to do that.
He can do what he wants, Statman. He's
yes.
a king. It's like, you know, when you have like a 20-hour flight from overseas and the main pilot just snoozes the whole time, and then they bring him in to just land the plane, just ease it in.
Yes, Neil.
You know what I mean? And that's what they've done with the king here.
What a great club this North Melbourne club's been, Neil.
Indeed, and they're trying to ease it in and get their 2nd premiership title and go back to back, just like that famous North Melbourne club did back in the day with
Beza, Vlahos. They're big names. Are they just as big as the king, De Moraes himself? Because Beza was amazing those 2 seasons at North Melbourne. They went back to back. Nectaralis Karalis, Andy Vlahos, massive names.
Froth everywhere in here. You got to understand, Statman, they are Futsalroos representatives. These names you're talking about, the Vlahos and, you know, they are Futsalroos representatives. One difference is you've got the king of Futsal out there, not outdoor, Statman. So, 2 different sides, but nevertheless, always hard to go back to back.
Yeah, but he did make a return. Beza and Fitzroy colours and played on De Moraes back in the 210 season.
And I believe that was a vital win that Fitzroy got there.
Yes, and Beza and De Moraes had a great game, and I think Beza just took the honours, didn't he?
Absolutely.
And there he is, De Moraes streaming forward now. Oh, Fernando De Moraes to Berrientos, and that's all she wrote. 1-0 to North.
See what I'm talking about, Statman? Commanding that jet plane. We understand now.
Oh, I tell you, dude.
Watch De Moraes here, how simple he makes it look.
Yeah, he's hardly played all season. They've brought him back to really put the icing on the back-to-back premierships. That great feat emulated by that great North Melbourne club back in 08 and 08-09. With Karalis, Beza and Vlahos. They're huge names.
Back to the action as we've mopped up the froth in here. Poured out of the Statman's mouth. Statman, would you say it's a different North Melbourne side out there? They've proved they can get this far without De Moraes. So they've proved all those haters wrong. Would you say though, is he still a different side with De Moraes out there?
Absolutely, Neil. Oh, cheeky by hater, no there, Neil.
Ambitious effort by the lad.
Very ambitious.
How come he's not wearing the 2 different coloured boots anymore, Statty?
Who knows, Neil, maybe it wasn't working for him.
Pedic, the big lad. After De Moraes tries his luck.
I hate that, no, great block across the king. Because that was goal bound.
You were saying earlier, Statman, he's not really a defence player. Look, this replay here, that's what he's known for. But D'Atenjo just trying to get him back in that defensive role. Good luck to D'Atenjo with that.
Tonight they're desperate for the points though, Neil, because if Fitzroy lose tonight and Brunswick happen to win later on tonight, Brunswick playing the 8th spot tonight. So
Lascaris with a fantastic save here.
Great
and he'll have a massive role to play if he's going to get some points off North Melbourne and help out his former side in Pasco Vale. Do you think they've been in his ear trying to egg him on?
Probably, Neil, who knows. There's still another, with tonight's game obviously 3 games to go, so 4 points in front, and we'll say they've almost achieved the back-to-back, which the great team of 208, 209 achieved.
Do you want to say the names again?
You know the names now, Neil.
Okay.
And they were great names.
Like?
De Moraes to bring the ball back into play, all the way to Yankovic. Oh, great desperation by Armelelli.
Slides right in on that carbonara sauce, that man.
Yeah, but
to perfection.
You said that's exactly right, Neil, to perfection.
Clean.
Clean, no danger of play. Across Greg, is that a save?
No, he had it covered. Timeout called. What do you think I was saying during the timeout?
Oh, they've got to get a goal through quickly.
Milton Sakos is behind the fence, that man. What can you tell me about that?
Oh, well, you know all about that, Neil. The commission said.
No, just for the viewers out there.
For the viewers, unfortunately, pitch invasion and then.
It happens in football.
Carrying on.
It happens in football. We've seen it now.
Milton Sakos has got to serve a one-match suspension behind the fence tonight.
Have you noticed how they've just shifted the time, when they have a timeout, they just shift the huddle to where he is near the fence there?
It's not going to be natural when you're going to do that.
Smart, isn't it? It's like when you get Alex Ferguson, he's on the phone, up in the stands anyway, just telling the lad down there what to say. I think it's making a difference, that man, though.
Of course it is, Neil.
De Moraes. Plenty of game time for the lad, and why not?
This great club's only lost one game in 40, 50 games.
Oh! Was that handball?
That was close to a red card, Neil.
If it's a they have punished it for a handball, it's got to be red then, because that was on goals. Oh look, that was going straight on goal, Statty.
That is a red card, Neil. Sorry to say they got it wrong in the official.
Well,
then. But if it was on the other side, can you imagine
could you imagine if it was on the other side, Statman? The roof would have come down here at Futsalroos. And the funny thing is, just a week ago, at about the same time, it was Sem Bison who was handballing out the front of the D. And oh my word, did we ever hear about it, Statty?
The roof almost came off.
My eardrums are still recovering. Moraes. Oh, and Jason Barrientos mops up the King's Froth. Once again, De Moraes at the centre of all the danger. Watch this, cuts inside.
Not much room there at all, and you put on a great tape out which had to pull out a good save from Greg and Jason Barrientos to mop up the work there. 2-0 to North now, and they'll be hard to beat from there, Neil.
Side ball. What do you think Detenjo's thinking to tackle this one, Statman? What do you do? What kind of football do you play at this point? 2 goals.
You've got to be patient, Neil. You've got to get him on a counter. But saying that, North Melbourne 2-0 up are very hard to beat, Neil.
You see North Melbourne and a lot of possession, Statman. Sometimes we see their gameplay is to let the other team have possession. Oh, Jason Barrientos.
Oh, great save there by Greg. Had him sprawling and crawling and he still pulled out a great save. And now Richie Ferguson streaming forward. Martinelli goes out.
What a save by the baby giraffe. Look at that. Have you seen a baby giraffe?
The spirit.
Is that man?
Yes.
A newborn?
Not a newborn.
It's just, there's legs everywhere and I wouldn't, if I had that in front of me in goal, Statman, I wouldn't be able to finish either.
Yes, no.
Ferguson, headed down. Big Pedic. Gets the ball out, and that is the half. Only 2 goals in it, Statman, but like we were saying,
they've had their chances. Probably should have been a red card to Christos Apostomakis, you know?
Yeah, controversy, but what can you say? Detenjo probably going to have a word to the referee there.
He's going to have a word at the night team.
He's going to say, where'd you get your top from, ref? That's a nice maroon top.
Yeah, so come down, teams.
Great
prices now, star prices on Nike team where say come down.
Phenomenal.
Ridiculous, Neil.
Second half underway and, well, North Melbourne back out with intent. You saw big Pedic there striking from halfway.
It's good to see the young fella Anthony Brown getting a bit of game time tonight because the last few weeks he's haven't seen much of the blue surface and it's good to see him seeing a bit of game time tonight, Neil.
Oh, another great save, Statty.
He's been solid tonight, Greg, after a few weeks out with an injury or...
whatever it was. Tony was saying about Anthony Brown just moments ago. I think he gets more game time in the absence of Cooper. Or is Cooper out through suspension? Pedic, just wide. Detenjo has a nice managerial stance, doesn't he? Hands behind the back, Statman.
Very composed.
Looks the part.
Great player, Neil. It's been a great player. Premiership playing that Pascal side.
Yes. 209,
210.
Scaris with another save.
Hopefully, Giotenzo recaptures his great form, because he'll be a very solid contributor to his Fitzroy side if he comes into the team.
Hayden Orr.
Great ball by Hayder and a great save by Christos.
Oh, Christos sprawling. Oh, watch this stat, man.
Great save and went down at the right time. Timed his to perfection.
You got to feel if he wasn't in goal, stat man, that would have probably been a finish.
Yes.
Who would step up as keeper? Would Spizzer get out there?
No, I don't think so. Maybe they'll probably put It's a tricky one. Maybe they'll ring up Joe Baker.
Yes, get Joey Baker down. Why not? Sinde, Hayden Orr. Good ball forward, Castaldo. Still at his feet.
One Sastre.
One Sastre foul there, stat man. And of course, as the saying goes, there's only one Sastre.
That's exactly right.
I don't know how I made
They need
it
a goal desperate for Troy. Neil, desperately.
Is Hayden going to shoot? He does have that lad One Sastre open. Straight to him.
Oh, what a finish by One Sastre! And Fitzroy back in it, Neil.
And if I mangled the name just moments ago, I don't think I'm going to be forgetting it from now on out, stat man.
Chris was a bit disappointed himself, knowing that he should have done better. I think he got a hand on that, Neil. And usually when Christos gets a hand out, they stay out.
Yeah, you're right, Statty will be very disappointed with himself on that one.
What's this?
What do you mean, what's this, stat man? It's a new debutant. We've hardly talked about the lad.
Kareem Jack.
Yes, Kareem Jack. What can you tell me about him?
Not much about him, at all. Making his debut in the VLP and he just got welcomed.
I know that he's a Mexican international, so it's more international flavour. "12 minutes left, and Statman, there is only one goal in it. What match of the round it's been so far.
Great game.
A good ball over. Exquisite half volley pass. Yankovic, too much space.
Far too much space.
And Yankovic, Statman, his left foot has come out of nowhere in recent weeks.
It looks like that Kareem Jack's just running around in circles.
Well, as De Moraes flies home the North Melbourne plane, the Mexican Kareem Jack plane is doing circles because he isn't cleared for landing yet. Hayden Orr down the line. With a composure by De Moraes with 2 to beat.
Yeah, that's broken Fitzroy's back and Hill. Not much pressure on there on Yankovic, and he even had a shot from there.
Mood down on some froth. Foul's picked out. Good to see Hayden Orr help him up, Statman. That's sportsmanship.
That's the way it should be played, Neil. Fair
it's
play.
It's a foul. You help him up.
So yeah, that's the way the game should be played, Neil. Unfortunately, we didn't say that last week, did we?
Well, no, the lads weren't helping the lad up! Oh, could you see that coming, Statman?
Yes,
Is it just me, or a little bit of a jig there? We've missed that, haven't we, Statty?
He could easily shoot. Look at the space to give him. He could have easily shot that, but then he gives a pass to Yankovic. Yankovic gives it back to him. Goal. Made certain it was a Fitzroy defender's thing. Poor defending. Poor. No one tracked him. I think it was supposed to be a Mexican tracking.
Look how deep he's playing, Statty. They utilise the court so well with this famous North Melbourne side.
Every centimetre they use, Neil.
Don't see that from any teams, do you really?
Not except for the Pasco.
Maybe Pasco Vale. Oh, and this is why. Look at the build-up, Statty.
Patience, Neil. Look at this, just keeping position with the ball until an opening.
Look at him move forward.
And then somebody's going to hit to the back post and there'll be some. Well, Greg's heading down.
Look at Benny Hill run. There's a Mexican international on the ball.
His first game, Neil.
Statman, yeah, we do say it.
A bit of nerves.
Look, we say no matter who you are, your first game of Futsalroos, you always get welcomed in. There's always a bit of nerves. Yankovic dispossessed. Junior Caps. That isn't handball. Play on, and this will be a finish. This will be a finish!
Unselfishness by the King De Moraes again.
That man. This lad. I mean,
game over.
You might think, oh, the King, that's a bit of a, you know, out there nickname. Look at him. If you were playing out there...
Who was in tracking Johnny Barrientos there?
Well, De Moraes just waltzing through. Red carpet treatment there.
Not much good.
Statman, if you were playing out there, I know you're a goalkeeper. What? No offence, you don't have the best foot skills. If you were playing out there with De Moraes, do you think you'd get on the score sheet?
Yes, definitely.
Just if you hit that back post?
No, I'll just go to the back post.
He's going to get it to you,
yeah.
Isn't he?
100%. Great player. He's the King. Unselfishness, can score himself. Team player, great team player, De Moraes.
And he's basically just on autopilot, Statman.
That's exactly right.
Just puts his
glides. Puts
his feet up. As a word to the cabin girls, no doubt, De Moraes.
Absolutely.
Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. Ah! More of it, Statty.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
You've got to feel, I mean, you'd just hate to play against a lad, wouldn't you, if you're a defender? Oh!
What? Sastres done it again, you! They just can't bridge the gap, can they? They still not gone down, you.
The player formerly known as Castaldo.
A couple of Fitzroy mistakes. If they didn't make him, you, it wouldn't be that nice 5-2.
Yeah, it seemed like Fitzroy were in it, didn't it, Stat?
Yeah.
But you know what happened? Autopilot. Before you know it, you know what I mean? You're in Alaska one day, and before you know it,
in America.
That's not that far. You've touched down in Melbourne. You've got your second premiership title. Yeah, and you say, how'd that happen?
No, there's still 2 games to go.
Yeah, so maybe we are talking a little bit too soon. Armanelli, as you call him, Statman.
Armanelli.
No, it's Armalini.
Armalini.
You say Armanelli.
Well, I'm going to start saying Armanini.
Good. See the nutmeg here in defence, Statty.
Well, look, it's been a good effort by the Fitzroy boys tonight, Neil. They've really pushed us North Melbourne.
I think they played well as a team, Statty.
Except for a couple of defensive mistakes, Neil, which has probably cost the team 2 goals. There hasn't been much in it.
It's, well, the Brunswick lads who are frothing on, hoping that Fitzroy loses. Well, they have lost, Statty. Oh, Masinde! Maybe I've spoken too soon, Statman. And now back to just a 2-goal deficit. Now, Statty, I'm saying, as the Brunswick lads watch on and hope that Fitzroy loses, it's still not good signs for him because Fitzroy are playing good futsal.
Yeah, but still, Brunswick have to win their game. So,
yes, well,
it's not going to be an easy game against Eastern later on tonight, you know?
Right about that, Statty.
Clever by De Moraes.
Oh, Statman. We call him autopilot, but he's put the jumbo
Do you reckon Adrian Dietz
747 into a downward spiral spin.
Do you reckon Adrian Dietz, the manager of Futbol, will give the Mexican international on a game next week? First game, nerves. You've got to put it down to nerves.
Would you give him a game in your Division 4 side on a Tuesday?
Maybe.
Maybe. He's out there playing V-League, Statman. It's a yes or a no.
We've got enough players in the Tuesday Division 4 side. He's not come unsettled the lineup.
He's unsettled this Fitzroy lineup tonight. Being a bit harsh on the lad, Statman. It's always hard to debut. And this will probably wrap it up. No, it won't. Italian out there, still battling in.
Still, it's been a great effort by the 2-time premiers.
Moo. Ah, minces up. Masinde just goes wide. What an effort by Little there, Statman.
Very tricky feet, Killing.
De Moraes. Good to see him still out there, Statman.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes he puts the feet up on the sideline.
Greg with a great save. He's been solid, the spirit tonight. Great performance by Greg Lascaris.
It has been, hasn't it, Statty? You got to feel for him. He's done all he can.
That's
those back post finishes. What can a keeper do?
You can't do anything about it, especially 2-3 goals tonight. I thought were just simple.
Unless they're going to come out and handball it outside the D, Statman.
Tracking runners. You just got to track runners.
Oh well, let's go down to the interview, Statty, the former goalkeeper season. Christos Apostolakis?
We're with last year's goalkeeper of the season, Christos Apostolakis. Christos, as expected, Fitzroy came out tonight, and I wanted to take it to you. Points were just as vital for them as they were for you, but you guys, as usual, prevailed in the end. After last week's El Clasico, how do the emotions compare with this week's win?
Oh, I think it's just pretty much back to business. Obviously, I don't need to say how much last week meant to the club and to the boys and how big a game it was. And but this is just another game like I suppose last week really was as well. But yeah, look, it was just good to get 3 points and one more win against Ashburton next week, and I'm sure they'll be even more hungry than Fitzroy were tonight, because I know they're right on the edge of dropping out of the 8. So they needed the points, because if Brunswick win tonight, then Brunswick will overtake them. So yeah, we knew they were going to come out fired up, and teams obviously want to try and stop teams from winning championships and stuff like that. So there's probably a little bit of extra motivation as well.
Spot on, spot on. Now Christos, Adam Cooper, you were without him tonight, and he obviously leaves a pretty big hole in the back there. But up stepped Fernando De Moraes, and just when it seemed Fitzroy were taken to you, as usual, his class prevailed. So real blessing to have him here, real pleasure to have him back. And with that being said, will we see more of him in the coming weeks in cup action? Yeah,
that's the talk is Fernando is back to play as well now. So we're missing 2 players tonight in Adam Cooper and Tiago Priori, who've been probably our best players all season. So to go into a game without both of them was always going to be tough. But it's not bad when you can draft in Fernando. But he's been itching to get back and play as well. So it just worked out good for us that tonight was a night that he could come back in.
Now, obviously, the teams who will be facing will be pumped to beat you. I'm sure Pascoval might even get in a couple of teams' ears and try and motivate them. But with the run home for North Melbourne, are you guys confident that you've got another title in the bag?
Look, we're confident that we know what we have to do to win. We were in this position last year as well, where we had to close out 2 games, and in the last game we had to play Hume to win it. And next week will be no difference against Ashburton, who they got a really hard-fought win tonight. So I'm sure they're going to come out next week extra tough. But I mean, amongst us, we're very confident when we go out on the court that if we play to our structures and we listen to the things that Milton and Spizza have to say to us, that we can get the job done. And hopefully next week is just another one of those weeks where it works for us.
Christos, always a pleasure, and good luck to you and the lads with the run home.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
There it is, 3 points North Melbourne's way, and 1 step closer to going back to back.
To emulate the great feats of Nictaralis, Corrales and Beza and Vlahos.
Who were they?
208 and 209 season, back to back.
Thank you.
Great North Melbourne club.
Bourne versus Metro next, froth on.